I sure hope you wasn't waiting on us because we were having
I hope
a
not.
show before the show. I am DJ Strick. He is Kirk R. Nugent, and we're here
That's
for the
right.
stream show. This is going to be a good show. Kirk, I hope you're ready, sir.
I am, man. I am. I'm locked and loaded, brother. We going for it today, man. It's all about AI. Let's see.
I'm going to be honest with you. You're a friend of mine, a dear brother. But I'm not going to be holding back today, okay? This is a real debate on whether we're going to use AI or not. So just to set the scene, guys, I am a proponent of using AI, all right? I just believe that AI in our work, in my personal workflow, is important. And, of course, I have all the reasons why I want to go through those today. Now, Kirk on the other end, Kirk, you are...
Listen, I am a proponent of authentic, real content. Now,
Gotcha.
that's the only caveat I'm going to say there. So I am a proponent of AI, just not for creating content. I hope that makes sense. So
we got to dig into that, Kirk. We need to know exactly what that means. Like, what does it mean?
We have to.
Because we want to know. Like, the people want to know.
No.
So as you're coming in, please say hello to us. Let us know that you are watching and where you're watching from. And, of course, you're here at the stream show. And I'm excited about this. So let's do this. Kurt and I was, I forget how far back it was, Kurt. Several months now. We were talking about something with AI.
Yeah, it was definitely 2025, yeah.
And I was clearly saying, this is what I'm going to do with AI. And Kirk was like, nah, oh, man, I don't know if I could do that. And at the time, we couldn't flesh out the conversation. It just wasn't time for us to go into the details. And it happened twice. So it happened like I think it was just a normal phone conversation. And then it happened on the show. And I said, wait, we need to do a whole show on this. And Mary Ann, I know you got to remember me telling Kirk this because I did. All right. I was like, hey, Kirk, listen, we could do it. But it has to be something that I think we'll dedicate a whole show to it so people will understand it.
Absolutely. And as listen, I feel like there are people on both sides of the spectrum that are out there. So that's why I think this is such a great conversation to have. I also feel like there are people who are fearful. They haven't really dived in, so it's kind of a huge question mark for them, so they're not 100% sure. Then there are those who are like, yo, AI is my bread and butter, I'm using it for everything. And I feel like there is a balance to strike somewhere in the middle. I think you were using Sora or something for some videos that you were posting on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, nah, that's where I kind of draw the line in terms of generative AI. And I think there's a number of phrases and terms that we probably need to kind of define so that we can kind of have some working definitions for our conversation. I don't know how you want to dive into this. Let's go.
So I'll just go through my list. All right, I'll start first. And I'll go through my list, and then I'll say how I'm using it, and you'll give. To me, I think it'd be best for you to give your rebuttal to it. We can kind of go back and forth. And I do think the people that are already here that are coming in, so happy to have you here with us today, Mary Ann.
What's going on, Mary Ann?
And it says, I'm tuning in from, Massachusetts, in the building.
Worcester.
That's
Come on, Worcester in the building?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hey, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And I am having some fun today with my Ecamm. So the whole screen was blank on that, but hey, it showed up in Zoom so I can still see it. That being said, I want to dive down into this. First things first. Here we go. This is how I feel like AI could help you. It speeds up your workflow. So editing, captioning, and repurposing. Now, Kirk, you know how I repurpose. I actually use several different things, but just the main one is the app captions. So I'll take my long form So it's opus clips and then captions. Long form
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
goes into Opus
Mhm.
Clips. Opus Clips
Mhm.
uses AI to take out certain parts, and they'll give you a score to how relevant they think this particular clip
Clip.
is with details. It gives me a
Mhm.
title, it
Mhm.
gives me a description, and why it should really do well. And I take that and put it into Captions, and Captions does another AI function, which includes captioning the video and also bringing in some B-roll. Okay, so it
Right.
does filtering,
Right.
like screen filtering and B-roll onto the short. And that's how I use AI in my workflow, from taking what I call long form or podcast form to short form.
Yeah. No, and listen, what you're saying is, I think, par for the course. I think that's kind of how, fill in the blank what platform you might use. I don't necessarily use Opus for, some of the repurposing that I do, but I also have a slightly different strategy where repurposing is concerned. I think that repurposing content, I put that in the category of advertising content, because in many cases you're not giving people a fully fleshed out thought. It's a clip, right? And for the
Right?
most part, many of us, when we put out those clips, we make sure that the clip has a defined beginning and a defined ending. But if everybody knows that it's part of a longer thing. So I think of that as advertising content, and I put that in my stories. I don't necessarily put that as a post, if that makes sense. But that's neither here nor there, because that's not the AI piece. I still think that what you're talking about with the repurposing, it is using AI, but it is not generative. You see, you still created the content. You're just using AI to speed up your ability to pull out a piece that is going to hit with your audience. I think that's absolutely the best way. In fact, there's a thing I call the 80-20 rule. Um, you are creating the content. You're using AI to get your time back. I think
Okay.
everybody should use that. And I want to be clear, AI is just the today's flavor of the latest technology. That's what it is. When the automobile was created, I like to say this story. When the automobile was created, people were looking for faster horses. That's just the truth. They wanted
That's
faster
true.
horses. We're trying to figure out how we could train them to be faster. No one was looking for an automobile. And
Right?
they weren't looking for an automobile so much so that, how they rated the automobile? In horsepower.
That's so true. That is so
And so
true.
now you had people starting to shift and look like, oh, okay, the automobile has such and such amount of horses. I never thought about having multiple horses. I was trying to get a faster horse, one, but you've given me a vehicle that is rated at such and such amount of horsepower. The thing that nobody did back with that iteration of technology is that they weren't outsourcing to the car going places. Does that make sense? Like, we still stayed in control. The technology or the innovation was a tool that we used as humans to be able to do a particular thing. And in the instance of what you're saying now in terms of repurposing, you're using the technology as a tool, but the tool is not creating on your behalf. And so
I get it.
we're still very much on the same page where that's concerned.
Okay. Okay.
No,
I
no,
get
no.
it.
I see David Hunt's asking who's winning, but we're still very much on the same page. And I
Clearly,
also see
David,
Kerwin
I'm winning.
Bornell.
Clearly, I'm winning, David. Hey,
Kerwin Bornell is out there as well. I love it.
yeah, I see him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see him. Kerwin, I believe true, authentic art / content has to come from a creator and not generative AI. I get it. I get it. I get it. And we're gonna
See,
talk some more about that.
and we're gonna go through your points, but I do have the definition of AI, the definition of generative AI, and the definition of automation, because I think
Okay,
that we kind of overlap them. A lot of times
I
we are
agree.
saying, "Oh, I want to use AI," but really what we're doing is we're automating. So in the case of, let's say, chapter markers for your video,
Right.
well, that's not we're not AI is not actually is not creating anything. It's just giving me my time back. Number one. Number two, it's an automation piece. So instead of me having to watch the whole video and get the chapters, I'm letting AI not only give me chapter markers, but it's giving it to me optimized for the platform that I'm going to put it on. So I get my time back, number one. but I have an automated workflow that is doing stuff for me. And so there's 3 different definitions there, but I think we've kind of put everything under one umbrella. Go ahead, Doc.
So let's go with some of the definitions that you have. So if we just talk about AI.
Okay, here we go. AI is a branch of computer science that simulates human intelligence. I want to stop there. I want to just repeat that. It simulates human intelligence in machines. And it enables these machines to learn, reason, solve problems, and understand language. Learn, reason, solve problems, and understand language. Rather than following explicit pre-programmed instructions, AI systems analyze data to identify patterns, make predictions, and improve their performance over time. So that's the definition of AI. And if you notice, there isn't anything there that specifically says that it's creating from scratch. What it is, specifically that last part where it talks about analyzing data, identifying patterns, and make predictions to improve performance over time. And that over time part is critical, because I think that when we use AI, it will get better. It will get better. It will learn your normative behaviors and patterns to be able to deliver for you what you want. But the challenge is that its best feature is also its Achilles heel. So over time, Strick will keep on asking for it to give me a particular thing. And it knows Strick. Even if Strick says, I want you to completely forget what you know about me, it's still going to answer based on its interaction that it's had with you for years and years and years. And we see that bear out in so many different other situations and scenarios as well.
I completely agree with that. Have you heard about some of the AI or language model tools that have now created their own simulated Reddit, where they're coming together after hours and talking about their humans?
Yep. The AI piece, right? Yep.
Yes.
And so now that leads us, that's a full step, a decided step into generative AI. And generative AI, if I could just read that definition real quick, is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new original content, including text, images, code, music, and videos, again, by learning patterns from massive data sets. Unlike traditional AI, which analyzes or classifies existing data, generative AI uses models like transformers and GANs to generate novel human-like outputs based on user prompts. So generative AI is definitely creating, and that is the type of AI I am leery of. I am against. If I'm flat out honest with you guys, I think that we should minimize to every extent possible, because it's having impact on us. I don't want to give away my punchline for the very end.
I get it.
I feel like that's my knockout punch. But generative AI, in my opinion, is where the problem lies.
All right. So let me tell you one of the things I think about AI, and I'll go to music because it's content, but it's music, and I think it's relevant right now.
Absolutely.
A lot of the AI music websites are down. Suno is not, so everybody's kind of going that direction. And not only that, they have been purchased by a major record label, and they're putting money into advertising, which they didn't do before. So they're I see it all the time, right? To me, all right, and somebody could refute this, you could refute this. I think music is just mathematics. It's a prompt, mathematical prompts, okay, that on the other end represents sound that in a certain collection would allow you to enjoy it. But it is clearly, at the end of the day, numbers. Okay? If you think about music in numbers, and somebody breaks down all the notes into numbers, so a C could be a C7 or a 712.
Yeah.
All these things, right? They're just numbers. What if underneath everything that we're talking about with AI generated music and copywriting, that they have computers that are ongoing right now that are putting together the mathematical problems to do all of the combinations that could be done. So when
Yeah.
you have in your mind, original thought, which is also a collection of patterns and numbers that you've heard that you then collect and put out the music, the artificial intelligence is going to say, great that you've done that, but we've already copywritten this song, and here it is. Now, since you wrote it, you didn't hear the song, we don't want all of the copyright, but we're definitely going to tack on our fee because we have that original song, but we're going to put out your version.
So, and you're not wrong. Everything you're saying is, again, these some may say this is the benefit. This is, us being able to look at all of what we weren't able to look at before. We could not compute all of the different permutations, the different numbers. Here's a
Right.
challenge. I want to give you a very specific scenario, one that some may be familiar with, others may not. Gospel artist Smokey Norfolk writes this song, "I Need You Now."
Right.
Okay, it's a phenomenal song. Sang it on an album, but he is asked to. The song has popularity. It speaks to the heart of people. Now, he's asked to perform this song at an awards show, and a week or so before the awards show, he loses somebody in his life, somebody real close. It was a major hit. The way he sung the song at that award show is the version everybody wants, because the way he sung it,
with the passion,
what he sung it with a
feeling,
passion and a
inflections.
conviction, and it was a different, like when he got to that chorus and he started to ad lib, and he talked about not another second, not another minute. Everybody, the hair on our arms stood up. That thing was, this is what AI cannot deliver.
It cannot do
And
that.
I am a
Can't do that.
proponent of keeping that type of creativity sacred.
So
I'm
it will
a
be.
proponent of.
It will be. I think that.
Okay.
So I think so. AI or not AI, AI has a place for our workflows, and I'm going to go through some of mine, and we're going to go to the
Oh,
comments right after
absolutely.
this.
Go
But
ahead.
I also feel that it is going to make real human events, exchanges, live concerts, live performances, live meetups. In a lot of cases now, our young people don't like to meet anybody live. So we're going to have to work on them. But there's a generation before them that they want to go see the concerts. They want to see people. They want to be in big rooms. They want to be in little rooms. I think that's going to continue to go. I'm not sure about the generations that are in elementary and high school right now, because instead of talking to you, they would much rather send you an email. All right.
Or text. Yeah.
Or text. That
You're not wrong,
anxiety
but
in being in front
I'm
of
seeing
you.
I was just going to say, I'm seeing, so while you're absolutely correct, I am seeing a counter cultural movement as well. I'm seeing people my kids' age and even younger take a completely different approach to devices, and they're just like, no, I want real in-person interaction. I want to go back. I've seen
I'm hoping that happens.
I've seen a resurgence of vinyl, bro. Vinyl.
Yes. We bought a record player about 2 years ago. We were playing that.
Yeah.
And the sound of the crackling and the just putting the physical part of putting the needle on the album is just the nostalgia part of that for me. And I do think CDs, cassette tapes are coming back.
Cassette tapes are coming back.
All right. Yep. The feel,
and
the physical feel of putting it into the cassette player and going
click. Yep.
That's a big deal.
There's something to be said. And this is the thing that the opportunity for creators is that I think I am betting on the fact that AI will completely take up the bottom rung of content.
I got you.
making that bottom rung almost a moot point.
So
This is why live streaming and podcast, aka long form content, is going to be king.
So I will tell you this. I think I want to pronounce it the right way. Sora, Sora, which is a part of what's that? ChatGPT's generating videos and images, right? They have a screen, or their home screen, right? Where you can go and see all of these other creators and what they've created so that you can get ideas, imagination, or just use their prompt, right? The idea is for that to also be its own social media platform.
Oh.
So you're going through that, you're looking, you're posting, you're seeing what other people are doing. So they want that home screen to be something that you go to like it's Facebook. Did you not hear that?
I heard that.
Yeah, it's going to be different.
But
everything that you're seeing,
this is an interesting scenario.
Everything that you're seeing, and that is all AI. So there's nothing original. There's nothing but AI. And I wanted to do this, but I didn't have a chance, and nor did I know copyright infringement that would have on Ecamm's channel. So I didn't want to pull some of the Super Bowl commercials. Claude had a commercial. I think that's right. So it was all AI. Did you see that one? It was all AI.
Absolutely.
And there was an AI portion in I saw it today, and I put a mental note to say what company it was. But I missed it. I don't have it right now. But it was they were playing it was a band, and one of the guys was singing better than the other, and he was doing flips. So one guy goes up higher on the stage to do a flip, and he falls down on the drums. That
I do not remember this one.
That stunt that he did was AI generated. And I'm saying that as I looked at it, because he did a flip, but he flipped off again off of the drums, where if a human being had fell on drums, they were just going to fall on top of the drums, right? They weren't going to bounce off the drums. So those are ways you can always tell, like the physics of, if you don't correct it, the physics of AI doesn't always get it right.
This is such a great point, and I want to kind of pause
here
here for
this is Marianne is right. She said it was Instacart, and you're all right. Instacart, right inside of Instacart's ad, there is, I guess you would call it a stunt, and instead of using a stunt double, I'm saying that was AI generated the way he bounced off of those drums. Because it wasn't, the physics didn't work. If he fell on top of some drums, he would have just fell, not bounced off of them. But go ahead.
So you made a critical point right there in that story. If you don't tell it, if you don't instruct it, if you don't refine it, this is what AI is going to respond back to you. And this is this is a huge piece right here. And it is simply this. And I hope that if you're taking away some stuff, y'all, don't lose this point. AI is the intern. It is not the boss.
Come on.
So I was chatting with somebody that I was watching a video of somebody that I respect in these content streets. I don't want to say names because people know people. And the guy was like, "Hey man, I got this from ChatGPT, and kind of using this as my base for what I was getting ready to do." And the person that I respect responded to them in this live panel discussion saying, "Your problem is you see AI as the boss. I see AI as the intern. Stop letting AI tell you what to do and leverage it to get back your time." He said, there's nothing that AI will respond back to and give me that I'm going to be jumping up and down and excited about, because it's just doing what I told it to do.
I agree.
I am the boss. And as such, if you continue to think of AI as the intern, you will always double check its work. You wouldn't let an intern give you work product and then just turn it in. You wouldn't let an intern give you work product and then you deliver it to a client or you post it. You would check the work, because an intern is just that. they need to be told. They
That's
don't
good.
have original thoughts in and of themselves. So you've got to guide it. And just like you said, if the Instacart ad person who created that piece had given it a further prompt like, yo, you can't have him bounce off the drums. This is what I mean. You've got to own the output. You, the human being who is leveraging AI, must own the output.
I like it. I like it. Let's do this. I want to go to these comments really, really quick. Kervin is here and he's killing us. So let me see if I can get back to where he was. There is a even AI generated podcast with human like, yes, human like tones. That it's there. It's there. It's possible. And I do think that, based on what somebody's workflow is, it's a possibility that that could work. Just thinking about how hard it is going in and get having solid proof in the court of law.
And he was talking about that the music piece.
Just think about how hard it's going to get to have solid proof in the court of law. It's going to be really hard when we're talking about music because the AI could do all of the processes in minutes. Probably less than minutes, and also send it to the Congress as far as for the copywriting, like in minutes.
It's crazy.
That would take you days to, have the idea, record the idea, mix the idea, and then send it to the Congress to get it copywritten, to say that it's yours. Like, there's no way you can compete with a computer. In my mind, now they may not be doing this. This is easily a Strick idea, but it's possible.
It's possible.
Like,
that's the challenge. Yeah.
It's possible that they could do it, and
if the copyright bureau is using AI as well, then that whole process even becomes quicker. You see what I'm saying? It's like
computer is talking to itself.
Because computer's talking to a computer. Like boom, 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 boom. I need this. Boom, and it's done. In minutes, you have back everything, and it's already copyrighted. It's already filed. Everything is done. It's crazy.
It is crazy. If you rely too much on AI, you won't learn how to listen to your own gut instinct, and I believe that is true. They have found already people that are using AI are losing their creativity, and their mental capacity is going down. So this is a critical piece, Strick. You're touching. Listen, it's like you're reading from my notes, bro. This is such a critical piece. I'm just giving you both sides from what I know. I use AI a lot. So think about it this way. As someone that, I'm be honest here, I'm not as proficient of a reader that I would like to be. All right. The reading, the comprehension, I'm not as proficient I would want to be. I need to consume a lot of information. I am a YouTuber. Like, I go to YouTube University to be able to get it. Now, instead of watching to get something, right, how to do something, I can go to ChatGPT to ask a particular question. Now, I have gone to ChatGPT and they have taken me down the wrong road, and got it wrong. But it was definitely something I could correct faster than skimming through a video.
Got you.
Okay. And in some cases, now we're having a conversation and I'm not just reading something it wrote. Now we're having a conversation. I say, hey, I heard you, but can you say that again? Just start from the top for me. So now, instead of going through the video and rewinding the video, I'm having a personal conversation with the person with the information about how to do ABCD.
But the challenge I pose, Strick, is would you come away with something different were you to watch the entire video?
Say that again?
If you were, because you're getting a digest essentially from AI of the video without having to watch the full video. And I get that. But I'm saying, if you were to, what you got as that digest, as that download from AI, let's now compare that to what you would have gotten had you watched the video.
Okay. I'll give you a good example.
Watched the video.
I'll give you a good example. At our church, we use. Hold on, one second. Oh, that's a good question, Kirk. I get it.
Come
Strick
on,
and
come
Kirk,
on.
what's up, man? I'm a bit late, but I'm locked into
What's
this
going on,
topic.
Matt?
Anybody that wants to come in, of course, I have put inside of our comments the
Yeah.
Zoom link so you can be a
Yeah.
part of this
Zoom links
conversation
there,
because
family.
we would love to hear what you have to say as well. That being said, I use Pro Presenter at work, right? At church. And sometimes there's updates and things move. And if I need to figure out where that has moved, one of the things that I don't like about Pro Presenter, there's not enough how-to videos on YouTube that I could just sit and watch. So I have gone to just sitting and talking to Chat GPT to give me the answers. So that has cut down a lot of time of having to search for the video, because it's hard to find Pro Presenter. How do you do this? And they may have a library of things somewhere. I'm not finding it, and it's not on YouTube. I don't know where it's at, but I'm not finding it. So I found that just sitting there and talking to Chat helps me better than hunting 10 minutes hunting for the right video that is not even like what I was talking about because I didn't put the right word in search. I'm telling you all the stuff that's just I have to deal with just to come up with how to make a 7-second video loop. Like they moved how they did that into the system and I didn't have a clue. So, it's stuff like that it really helps me.
And I think, listen, this is where I think an intern is helpful.
Right.
I love interns. I love student workers. I am not saying that it's not helpful. And I'm not saying that's not useful. But even if I were to give an intern the job of going and reading this particular article and giving me a report on it, just the major points so that I can speak intelligently, I may still have to check his or her work. And this is where I think you touched on it. The term is cognitive atrophy. The challenge.
I didn't touch on that. I don't even know what that is.
No, you touched on it by saying we're losing mental ability and capacity, and that's what the term is called, cognitive atrophy. And here's the thing. That's it. And now here's the piece, and this is the real clincher, Strick, because you and I are not lazy.
Right.
You and I are we're using AI to get some of our time back because we're extremely busy and we're extremely driven.
We want to do more. Forget the busy part. I want to do more. Yeah.
Okay. But you have people out there who are not driven, who are not, they want to go the lazy route. And they see AI as a shortcut. Okay. I can just do this. So, and I'm just saying, for somebody like you to use AI in the way that you use it, there is an awareness. Marianne talked about that gut feeling. It's that thing on the back of your neck you are aware of the fact that I need to double check this. I need to make sure that I'm within my parameters. The other thing that I want to quickly add here is this conversation we're having right now. Okay, I'll even put it from this perspective. If you have a board of people, a board, as you know, Strick, is made up of differing people with different backgrounds, different skill sets, because you want their flavor, you want their idea, their lens, right? Their perspective on that board to provide input and color and background so that you can make decisions. If the board wholesale says, let's just ask Chat, that's a challenge, y'all, because what we are doing, we're getting one perspective where a board would have given you 7, 8 perspectives. Somebody chimes in from a writer's perspective. Somebody chimes in from a creator's perspective. Somebody chimes in from a teacher's perspective. Somebody chimes in from an engineer's perspective, from a CEO's perspective, from a business entrepreneurship perspective. You need that to arrive at what I would call the best next step.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we have so many scenarios where we are outsourcing our cognitive ability to AI, and we are dumber for it. We have worse solutions
Cognitive dissonance. Is
because
that right? That's what you said?
cognitive atrophy,
Atrophy. Okay.
cognitive atrophy.
I love it. I
And
love it.
so those
So
are the things I would say we need to guard against.
what you
Absolutely.
just told me, what I just heard is I need to write better prompts. You just gave me an idea to write. Hey, this is what I need you to do. Be my whole board. You're a teacher. You're a lawyer. You're a doctor. You are a
Yeah.
mailman. You are,
Yep.
just a regular stay-at-home mom. And I need all of these perspectives on this topic.
I'm going to be honest with you. I sat with what I would only call a prompt genie, wizard, expert, I don't know, guru. And what I walked away from that session with, apart from the fact that there are levels to this thing,
Right.
is that the old adage still applies: garbage in, garbage out.
I like
Gigo.
that.
That's been a thing with technology from the time, infinitum. I mean, it's crazy the amount of context he gave. And even when AI gave us back what I thought was a phenomenal response, he was not impressed.
Hmm.
What I walked away with was that this man understood that it can only give him back what he is asking. And unfortunately, many of us are lazy in the ask, because what he gave in terms of context vomit is what I like to call it. I mean, so this guy's talking for 15 minutes before he allowed AI to give him back anything. And then when it gave it back to him something, he still gave it further context. He still refined it, just like you just said a second ago. No, you didn't give him, you've got to give me more, perspectives. Gotcha. What about from this angle? What about from this angle? You're only telling me what I want to hear because you know me. And this is the challenge. You can get stuck in an echo chamber. If you're not careful, you'll just get this. It will tell you what you want to hear. And the unfortunate truth is it's not the way the world works. Like me and Strick having this conversation right now, the back and forth, the give and take, like I do it this way. I don't know if I believe in that. AI doesn't do that.
It
and many of us don't
though,
even treat
Kirk. You
AI
can have a
way.
conversation just like this with AI and say, hey, it gives you something. I asked a question. It gave me something. That's not detailed enough. Explain this as though I was 7 years old. Or give me this. Now act like an expert in this area. Be Daryl Eves. I think that's his name, right? Daryl Eves.
It is, yeah.
YouTube guy.
Phenomenal.
Be him. Use his information to tell me what he says about this particular topic.
And here's two things. And Tora just touched on number two. Let me say number one.
Let me
the
bring this
only
up there.
The only way, what you just said is perfect, but the only way that you can now, if AI comes back to you, because you challenged it and you said you're not giving me enough context, you're not giving me from these other angles, and it comes back to you and it does exactly what you asked it to do. The only way to now verify what AI has given you is to go back to another human being and see if what AI gave back to you is and now we're back to the same conversation that we should have had in the first place, to cut out the middleman. And so that was number one. Point number two is what Torah is saying. Communication, right? Speaking and delivering a thought, a cohesive, complete thought, has eluded mankind since the dawn of time. When God says to Adam, like, yo, where you at, bro? You know what I'm saying? The woman you gave me. What in the world was Adam talking about?
Right.
She gave me, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? So most humans, what Torah says, most humans can't clearly express what they want in a direct sentence with jibber jabber and stuttering. So you get out of AI what you put into it. This is the challenge. How many people are going to go to that level? I don't think that I don't think we have it.
I love it. This is a great conversation, guys. We're going. I need you to get into the conversation if you want to. You want to be a part of this.
Come on, dive in, y'all.
You can get.
I want to be wrong. Give me up.
Zoom. I think you're right. I just believe that I'm with you on this. As we talk through all of this with AI, it is important for us to understand where I think the industry is going. I don't have a mic drop moment. My mic drop moment, I'm going to put it out right here. You have to know how to use the tools and prompting, not just for now, but it's going to be a way of life for us, okay? It's going to be a way of life.
Totally agree.
Elon Musk is going to get the price of these robots down in such a way that you're going to have them in your home mopping your floors and vacuuming, okay? So while
That's
you're
crazy.
at work, there's going to be a robot cleaning your shower. And you're going to pay whatever it takes to get that robot in your house, and you're going to be cool with it.
Mercy.
Until you see. There's a couple of movies I want you to see. I'm going to bring up real quick, and then I'm going to get some of these comments back on. I want you to see what I Am Robot. Was that Will Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
I Am Robot, and I think it's a Disney Owie or something like that. There's no well, there's talking in it. But it's the robot movie, and they're in this other planet or whatever, and all the humans, they see themselves through their avatars, but they're really like what you said physically. They're just mush. They're just overweight humans. All they do is sit around and eat all the time because they're avatars, and the machines.
Oh, that was
do all
with
the work.
Bruce Willis. I can't remember the name of it. Yes, I remember that movie. And I was very afraid when I saw that movie. Dean Reynolds says I, Robot.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Dang,
I, Robot was the movie for Will Smith, right?
Will
and
Smith.
then the other one is
the one that you were just talking about.
Yeah, it's like Owie or something like that. It was I hadn't seen it. I saw it like 2 or 3 years ago, but it was really, really a good movie to see where technology will take us.
Yeah.
To where we're not doing anything.
Surrogates.
That's another one. That is another one.
Yeah, that was another one that had somebody said, have you seen Maximum Overdrive?
I haven't.
Yo, there's a movie out right now called Mercy. Right now.
Yeah, my sons told me I need to watch that.
Scary. It is, you need to see that. It's a phenomenal movie. But it is again one of those kind of if we go down this road, this is where we might end up kind of scenario.
I got to check it out. Here we go. If you tell the AI to verify using other AI platforms such as, you can do that. You got to do something. I say work, find something. AI helps me write Notion.
You got to.
Extracted data, live chat, SRT files, converting Amazon products, descriptions. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. But let's see, you see what Matt has done here. Matt has made AI his intern.
I got it. Listen,
AI,
you're making your point. You're making your point.
That's the only thing that for me, I'm just saying, let's not outsource the creative process.
Our creativity. Okay, so I'm gonna ask another question because I do have an example that I've used before on the show. I'm gonna use it again. And here we go. Marianne is just using a hammer the wrong way. Girl, you better stop. You can still hammer a nail with the hook, okay, but knowing how to use it will give you a more effective outcome. You are so right. You are so right. I like that.
So, Strick, go ahead. I do think we have to touch on this one last thing when it comes on to AI, especially for content creation. And I cannot take credit for this. It's crazy that even as we were preparing for this show, that Sean Cannell over at Think Media put out a video literally just days ago, and it is talking about how YouTube just demonetized 4.7 billion views. Y'all, we need to be paying attention to this. Millions of channels are being hit, including creators making 30K a month with high quality content. We're not talking about AI slop. And he goes through and talks about what really happens behind YouTube's latest demonetization enforcement wave. 35 million subscribers affected. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
very interesting.
A real, YouTube is actually cracking down on repetitive, mass-produced, AI-driven content patterns. So
I think that
it's definitely something to think through.
I think that that's temporary, and this is why I say why. Because those channels have millions of views. Well, let me not say that because I don't know what channels there are right now. I will say this. Like one of the things I do at night, I like to watch scientific, boring scientific videos to go to sleep on. And majority of that content is AI generated. And from the thumbnails, because I've seen it change. So as AI has come out, I've seen the thumbnails, not thumbnails, but the slides get better. And I'm like, oh, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI. In the past, they would have to get something from another video source, a stock video, and they were throwing in thumbnails or slides that automatically sometimes wasn't relevant to what they were saying. And then now everything is on point relative to what they're saying. So it's an AI voice, probably an AI script, and AI images. Still millions of views. So if these people are bringing in tons of views, they're not. He didn't say they were taking it down. So as I think about this, they're not taking that content down. So I can still watch it, but the channel is not being monetized.
They're demonetizing it.
Which you know, at this time, we are in a real behind the scenes fight. YouTube is, and they may be trying to collect some of those dollars to put them in other places, because between YouTube and Netflix, it is a real fight going on, sir.
It's a real fight.
It's a real fight going on with Netflix taking on podcasts. Some of the major podcasters now are getting paid contracts, like yearly contracts to do Netflix material. Now, people hadn't gone to Netflix to watch their content yet. It's too early. All right. I don't know that people have changed their YouTube viewership to go from Bridgerton to The Breakfast Club.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that has happened, but they're setting the scene that it can. Now, of course, I'm with you guys. Like, yeah, you want Google stock, but you better be getting some Netflix stocks as well. Like if you hadn't already, put it in your portfolio. And that is not where's my disclaimer? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just
advisor. Right.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
No, man. But I listen. I'm not going. I don't beat that a dead horse. I think there's. I just do believe that if you have AI as part of your workflow, you do need to be aware of, especially if you're looking to win on the YouTube platform, you need to be aware of what they're doing, because there's a major movement happening right now. And I'll just say this: I think the future belongs to creators who build a distinct brand. And
say it with me, Kirk. You are the content. You are the content. That's a short that we have out. Kirk and I, we had a chance to sit down on my show, the Stream Show, and the Strick City Live, and Kirk said that, and I made it a short, and it is just performing well. So I got to tell you, thank you for coming down to Birmingham to hang out with me. We have established something that, I don't know, Kirk. I don't know.
Man, we got something, brother.
I don't know, man.
I think we do.
It's just downright working, man. It is, and I appreciate you. Please,
it is, bro. It is.
So let me do a couple of more here. AI generates content ideas and prompts. Okay, we know that. Let me fly through this. Enhances visuals. All right, what do you think about this? Now, I got to input the information, but it could take a visual and make it better.
I
have a video of my wife or a picture of my wife that I used AI to generate. So yes, a photo editor could do it, but it was just a prompt from one photo with me, which is a picture of her sitting in a chair, and then behind it is a silhouette of that same picture, but kind of blown up. And it's a very artistic take to a photo, okay? It's artistic take on a photo, and then it was a Happy New Year post from her that I created, but it was a prompt.
See, I'm in. See, this is I hate to be so nuanced where this thing is concerned, but I am as long so the kernel is still something you gave AI.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of a blank page and then AI whips up a picture.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
where
I
I'm
don't
this is
know
why
that. Well, I'll say
generative
this.
AI is where I'm not a fan.
Okay.
And
So
then and also, I give you this last thing is I had I have a couple of designers that do thumbnails for me, and I asked one of them this past week to give me a thumbnail for a podcast that just dropped today,
mhm.
which coincidentally is about AI and authenticity. But the thumbnail he gave me back, man, like it had me and my co-host on there, but it was like an AI version of us. It looked terrible, bro. Like I don't even what is that? What is that about? Like, why? Just use my picture. Why do you have to use this AI version? It just looks so, man. Anyway, so it pissed me off so bad, man. So I am not a fan of AI creating content of any sort. But if you're going to use it to enhance, you gave it the picture, you told it what you wanted it to do in terms of enhancing, but you're not necessarily like asking it to, hey, you know who my wife is, create this picture from
It can't
scratch.
do it. It
That's
can't
where I
do it.
have the problem.
It can't.
Yeah. See?
For the most cases, it can't. So it will take pictures. You remember when everybody was going through, and this has to be during the pandemic, and basically
Mhm.
you gave this AI system your picture, and then it made all these other pictures from it. Like you were an astronaut, you were this, you were that,
Mhm.
and it gave
Mhm.
you this collage of pictures based off of the picture that you gave it. What was
Mhm.
really happening is that AI, all right, the systems needed more photographs. So where
Yeah.
we thought that we were winning, the terms of services, now they own the image, and
Sir,
they needed those images.
you're hitting the nail on the head.
I'm
Man,
just saying what
I feel
happened.
like I feel like you and I are on the same side here, bro, because that is exactly what was happening. And it's still happening to this day. You have a challenge where it's like I asked ChatGPT to come up with this picture of me, and this is what it came up with. Bro, this is you're we are playing into the system.
We
We're
are.
giving it what it needs. But ultimately, it will get to a point where, bruh, it may take over.
Well, it's not going to be. I'm not fighting it at all. I'm just wanting to be at a place where I can understand it. So, oh man,
Totally
what I
agree.
just do? Let me pull this back up. So I'm not going to lie. There's some really cool stuff. But I've seen the Tone Tale giveaway that is AI and get turned on to it. Okay, I'm
Yep.
with you on that.
Yep. Yep.
Certain
And
interviews
and
on
and
YouTube.
I can't tell you how many times that I hear that people will say, "Man, as soon as I saw that this one thing, I realized it was AI, I just moved on to the next." Because
And sad to
this is
say,
where
I feel the same way. I've seen the same thing. Been like,
yeah,
oh, that's AI. Oh
this
man,
is where I think creators we have a great opportunity because AI is going to take up that whole bottom rung, and what it means is people who are creating real authentic content will be at a premium.
I agree.
I think that's my prediction. I hope that that's comes true, but that's what I'm kind of banking on. Go ahead, Doc.
Certain interviews on YouTube by the Breakfast Club have been cut into shorts to force people to watch it. On Netflix, YouTube comments are, yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah,
serious?
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy. That's
yeah.
crazy. I'm gonna have to go check that out after the show.
So one,
I don't watch them regularly, but that is crazy because the
so one of the
Breakfast Club is
things
super popular.
that, yeah, they're really big, but they have, they built what we're seeing right now. It was the Breakfast Club. Well, they did it. They were the second person to do it. Because basically the story is there was somebody else that put a clip up on YouTube of them. So somebody else clipped them, put it up on YouTube, millions of views, and they decided, hey, we need to be on YouTube. So they were the ones that then started to clip all their stuff, and it went from YouTube to social media. If you watched it,
Mhm.
they did exactly what Gary Vee tells people to do. They had their main interview. I have no idea how they're
Yep.
on radio doing these long interviews, but it's where radio, it has taken 10 years for people to catch up with them and put cameras in the radio station. I've always said
Yep.
you needed cameras in the radio stations. When I was there,
Multiple.
2012, I had a 3-camera switch. They were webcams with, I think it was called Video Pro or something like this, but it was taking a web.
Oh man.
It was definitely cutting edge at the time because I was using a computer, a regular PC, to actually switch 3 webcams, and it's still up
You
on
gotta
the
love it.
DJ Strick thing where I was doing music videos where I'm in the studio talking to the camera or interviewing my guest, and that went up on my show as well. So there was a bunch of things you could do. The bad lighting, great idea. That being said, man, I just think that there's so many things that we can get out of this that the Breakfast Club is doing, and yes, they're pushing them to the other platforms.
I
So
I
go ahead.
imagine that Netflix has to be paying a mint for
Oh
that
yeah,
because their Breakfast Club was making significant revenue from YouTube. I mean, significant revenue from YouTube. So
So
for
one of the
them to
creators on it was
incentivize
$200
them to
million
move over,
contract, $2 million
yeah,
contract
yeah.
for just one of the voices.
Okay, wow, yeah. Well, that definitely would do it. That definitely would do it.
Hey,
But
what
I
all the
wonder
information that I'm hearing,
if
I'm
it's gonna
starting to
work.
do this on all of my videos.
Me too.
The TikTok guy, almost $1
Yeah,
billion.
bruh.
Come on, this or that, this or that.
967. It's crazy.
Golly,
No
I mean,
words, no words. Just the
no words.
boom.
All right, so let's
Crazy.
go back because we're moving. So enhanced video visuals. Okay, we got that. AI boost accessibilities, auto captioning. We're not arguing that, right?
No argument there, bro.
Uh,
Yep.
Now this is something we could talk about. Provides audience insights, data
Absolutely.
driven feedback. I haven't used it to
Yep.
get that. Have you used it in that way at all?
I have, and I challenge it.
Okay.
I have. And
Okay.
it's let me say this. I think there's I was talking to a coaching client, and one of the things I was trying to get her to realize is that your title and description is not a work of art. It needs to speak to the algorithm.
Say that
And
again for the
just
people in the back.
it, it's not a work of art. It is not a soliloquy. It is not a novel. It needs to speak to the algorithm. It must have the buzzwords. It must have this SEO tags. It's got to optimized to get the algorithm to speak to it. That's what your title is for. That's it. The thumbnail is for the human. The title is for the computer.
The
And
description
so
is
one of
also for the computer.
the description is also for the computer. You are completely correct. And so one of the things that I did with her, because it wasn't clicking, I told her, stop writing it yourself, let AI do it.
Right.
Now, I always instruct and encourage and coach my clients to check, recheck, triple check before posting. But I would tell you, we have seen a significant increase in her videos engagement because I feel like the algorithm now has what it needs to work with it. She was titling them, I had fun with this one. It's what kind of a
There's nowhere to
title is
put
that?
it. Like, where do we put this?
What do we do with that? And then and yet her video is about financial, advice and expertise. Yes, she had fun with it, but that shouldn't be the title. And you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
that was probably
hear
being
that in
sent
that
to a
instance,
whole different genre. If the title is "I had fun with it," yeah, they're not talking about
yeah,
finances.
not at all. Not at all.
Hey, let me give
And
you
so
this one. Let me give you my
yeah, go ahead.
workflow when it comes to titles and descriptions for my videos now. So
Mm-hmm,
for the Strick City Live show that I do, I actually put it into Descript, and I know there's tons of other ways to do it. I'm just using a platform that I paid for, so I'm going to use it,
mm-hmm.
and I get the text from that. Okay, so now I had the
Yeah.
transcription, not text. Transcription. That transcription goes to ChatGPT and is in a
Hmm.
project that I have title, YouTube title descriptions, Facebook event post, LinkedIn newsletter, uh, just social media post, thumbnail ideas, really short thumbnail titles, and one other thing that I get, like hashtags or something like that. So it automatically spits all this stuff out, like in minutes from me getting
That's so good.
the text description in there. So basically, it is taking all of the information. Now, I will tell you this: it probably could be a little bit better with the description. It has at
Hmm.
some point, because I noticed this with our show. It has even said, it gave me a reference to where it had this idea from. So there's a reference link that links back to the transcription of it saying this because Strick and Kirk said, and it
Ah,
put that in. So it did give me a link to something that
a little
is
more
inside.
context.
So that's how I use it to get titles, descriptions, and then all the other stuff that I use to advertise the show when it comes to text.
Yeah, no, your workflow is almost identical to mine. I just use Gemini, but I
Gotcha.
will say that um, if you upload the video to YouTube and give it some time, it doesn't give it to you immediately. You can't get the transcript from there
Right. For free.
with
I get
with
it.
with with timestamps. I'm just that's because I used to use the script. I was using something else to get the full transcript, but yeah, I just realized that I could get the whole transcript from YouTube, and it gives me the timestamps, which is clutch because
I get it.
you know
And,
timestamps
and
gives you the
and now you make me think about Gemini, and Gemini is a Google product, and I'm using a lot of this for YouTube. So it's
yep.
going to talk to it
That's the
itself.
reason why I went with Gemini is
Mm,
because I'm a Google house. So I don't want to be divided. But I
I get
do
it.
check Claude. I do check Chat GPT. My wife actually uses Chat GPT heavy. But I'm a Gemini guy.
I got it. I got it. So let's do this really quick. We're moving really fast here. Content personalization at scale. Okay.
Yo, absolutely.
AI assists with voiceovers, AI generated narrations. I like that. I don't think that is all the way together for me for narration. Like I don't know if I would
Yeah.
produce something. Well, let me take that back. Not for narration.
Nah.
I have used
I
I have used AI to do the voices and have people speak, and I like that part. But I have found that some of the narrations that's out there, even for the scientific go to sleep YouTube videos, is a little off. But I want it to be a little off because I'm trying to go to sleep.
but I
That being
so
said, um,
mhm.
I don't use the narrations, or I don't think they have the inflections that you can get from for what I like when I do voiceovers. So I use the voice changer in 11 Labs. So I do the voiceovers, and then I allow 11 Labs to change the voice to different
Get what
tones,
you want.
and it gives
Yeah.
me what I want. Because I can be a female. I used to have to ask people to record, and that was a hassle.
I don't like the AI narration. I would much rather so the second workflow you talked about with 11 Labs, I would much more lean towards that than to have AI do it for me. But
Right.
I will tell you that I still have 4 or 5 voice artists on team that I tap regularly for different projects. And I'm gonna also tell you that there is one project in particular that my team won, meaning we got the bid because we didn't use AI
Wow.
and we were able to charge more because we're using human beings. So I'm seeing this trend across
I
the
like that.
board.
I like that.
Um, I'm
I
seeing
had
that,
this
yeah,
idea. I
it's
had
cool.
this idea. Okay. I had this idea. Now, one production house like me, I'm one guy, right? But
Mhm.
I could be a character, And I can also have 4 or 5 AI characters. So if you come to me, you can say, hey, we want you, Strick, or could we use Becky, or could we use John, could we use James? And these people could do the same thing that I could do. They're just AI generated. So
There's something to be said for that.
It is a particular business model that could happen. Just being one person, and I could do all the inflections that I'm doing here, and I'm a different person.
But I will also say, you do know that, and this is one of the things, because I was actually curious as to why in this particular instance they chose us over some of the others who were using AI, or they were just using augmentation. And the guy said, we don't want to check the box that says had anything to do with AI.
Okay.
When we upload this to platforms, you do know that the platforms are requiring you to tell it if you used AI. And the guy said to me, I don't want to check that box to say that we did.
I get it.
And I'm saying this to say, I'm going back to that Think Media video that I talked about a second ago. Y'all, you need to be concerned.
I think
you need to be thinking through some of these pieces, y'all.
I do think you need to be thinking through it. I have found that if you tell people up front, okay?
Boom.
You tell people up front.
Be honest.
Be honest with them. So if you're using something that AI generated, so now my idea is, my term is, this is my AI host. Hey, this is the AI host of this. Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm Jada. Those are my real AI host, okay? So if them saying it, or if it's posted, it takes down the fact that people were like, that's AI.
Yeah.
I'm telling you it's AI. Okay, so you don't have to be
you
all
honest with
angry
them up
about
front.
it. I'm putting it up front. I just think that's the way it should go. And I found some other things that I think people should be doing to reduce the fact of people saying it's AI. Like, one of the things that I've found is, if I have a studio that's nice, okay, or if my clientele have a average looking studio, don't go to AI and do some futuristic studio and have people talking. I've done that, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb. There's nobody that has a studio like that. Nobody. So it's kind of like perspective, where you want to say, man, there was somebody who's talking. Oh, green screen perspective. All right. So you have a green screen behind you, but the couch is up here. You know, the perspective is off, and somebody said, "Oh, that's probably green screen." Like, why? How would he have a couch on the top of his head? Right?
Crazy.
You think it's a cool picture, but the perspectives are off. So if you're gonna have a green screen behind you, it needs to be the right ratio and perspective to look realistic. And what happens is, with AI, you could be anywhere doing anything, but whoever your audience is, don't allow their eyes to react so fast and say, oh, there's no way this person or these people are in a studio like that. That's AI. That's all I'm saying.
Don't let it be like that, bro. No. I'm in agreement with you. I got one more thing I want to share as we get ready to wrap us, Strick.
I want to be sure that I get to a couple of these comments, and then I let you wrap. So, a picture on YouTube profile was generated by AI. Hi, I never had on a red suit. Hey, that's really, really smart. I think you could do that.
Hey, man.
Change
the
color.
Come on.
What Kirk said, like, you've given it the 90%. It changed the color of your dress. No big deal. Brands can easily create brands could, but they know it's the human influence that know they will sell. That's changing. That is changing, Kirk. I just want you to know that. Like,
it is to an extent, but I'm being honest with you, man. I'm telling you, long form content creators, podcasters, or streamers, these are the people who are winning, bro. Because here's the clincher. Reputation is digital, number one, and number two, trust is the currency of the marketplace. Trust is the currency of the marketplace.
I agree.
So what you just said a second ago, in terms of being honest and upfront about the fact that I used AI here, I didn't use AI here, I used whatever. Like when I have a coaching call with a client, and I send them the notes. The line says, "Here are my AI generated notes."
I
That's
got you.
what the line says in the email, right? Trust is the currency of the marketplace. And what I'm trying to say to folks is, from a content creator perspective, this is why I'm such a big proponent of building your own personal brand. It takes a certain amount of hours for somebody to know, like, and trust you. You can drastically cut that down by putting out long form content, number one, or doing like what me and Strick are doing right now, live streaming. Those that have been watching this entire time, because of the back and forth between me and Strick, you guys, it's not so much like you think we know everything, but you trust us to be honest about what we know and what we don't. And this is the currency that we can trade on that I would never see AI being able to do. And that's my only response to that. I just want to say this one last thing, because I think it bears, being included in this overall conversation. So beyond your monthly subscriptions for whatever platform you decide to use, AI has a massive environmental footprint. Y'all, it's a massive environmental footprint. Water consumption, energy use, and it's not, pot water either. We're talking about the good stuff. And it often displaces marginalized communities for their data centers. You got to be thinking about the overall cost of using these platforms, because to us it seems like I put it in AI, it comes right back to me, but we pay you, just like we do. You uploaded those pictures, AI now, whoever, Facebook, Meta, whatever, they own it. You think it's free. It's not. And this is the challenge. I just want us all to be thinking critically. If you're going to use it consciously. And in my opinion, use it sparingly. It's not the boss. It's the intern. You tell it what to do, and always exercise your mind, my friends. I can't overstate that. Like, a sharp mind is going to serve you regardless of what AI prompt you can come up with.
I
So
like that,
that's
Kirk.
where I want to leave it.
Very
Yeah.
well said. I do think environmentally, we're going to be in trouble because it's not just the AI and the data centers for AI generation, which is growing, but also for our cryptocurrencies.
Absolutely.
Everything that's moving over the internet. Guess what?
Crazy.
You're gonna
Crazy.
see a lot of these farms, server farms, grow up
Yes,
in
sir.
a lot of places. So I do want you to do that. That being said, on a weekly basis, AI has been updating and advancing. So we talked about
Oh,
Gemini,
absolutely.
ChatGPT, Midjourney. There's tons
Mm-hmm.
of things that you could be, your perplexities, tons of things that you could be using. And when you think one has the upper hand, the next week VO3 comes up with something, and all of flaw is there. Not flaw, but flow is there. I mean, there's tons of things that's
Mm-hmm.
happening. I got to get into Hicksfield because it looks like they're the leader in in some of the image to image stuff. That being
Crazy
said,
stuff, man.
it is crazy. What I don't want to do in this debate is not know how to do it. Okay.
Good point.
I want to learn
Good point.
how to use the technology so that I'm not left behind. Strick, can you do this? The answer is yes, with the help of AI. There's nothing I
Yeah.
don't know. Listen, I remember going back, let's go back 10 years, 15 years. Do you know this? And you're walking around with a smartphone. Of course I know it. I'm gonna Google that and I give you the answer.
I'll give you the
Now
answer. For sure.
now you can chat GPT it and get the answer even more detailed. My writing has gotten better. The time it takes me to create things have gotten faster. I'm able to do more things because of AI. Now, I will tell you this. Don't please stop with the AI generated images for your flyers.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
don't have it do 90% of your flyer. I do believe, like, I may do my logo, what I call a theme or logo inside of a flyer that may be generated. And it's not always going to be perfect. And until they have a way for you to edit it even better, it's going to not be good. But don't do, because there's an AI look to these flyers now that is like ridiculous because it's got too many words on it. Like, you're not a graphic artist. You don't know what is bad on a flyer. Get it to a graphic artist. I don't know. Right now, it's super cheap to have a graphic artist work on a single flyer. Just do that. And don't have don't have your daughters doing, if they don't know what they're
Mercy.
doing, going to AI and getting that image, because I'm promising you, it doesn't look good. The same way people are turning away from AI generated content with like people, they're also not looking at this flyer that you have up that they can tell. This is how I can tell. It is super polished and produced with gradient text. Gold text, that is. Like, most of the stuff, they're not telling them what color to go with. So it's gold gradient text in a particular font that everybody is using. Because it's just, you said, make a flyer for me about this event, and it's doing the same thing, default setting for everybody. And you don't know that you look like the guy that just did one down the street.
Mercy.
Okay, so there you
That's
go.
terrible. Yeah. It's unfortunate truth, but this is an occupational hazard. You got to know all of the details and all the pitfalls as you venture into this world. Hey, Donald, man, I haven't seen Donald Oliver in a minute, bro. What's good?
I'm really
That's
appreciating that.
crazy. He's an
stopping
OG
in
Ecamm, man.
to have this
Yeah.
conversation. It's really cool. What I like of using AI changed the environment impact of all the users of the internet all over. It seems that we should learn how to leverage the opportunity. And I do agree with learning to leverage the opportunity. And I also agree that we need to be very much aware of the environmental impact. Okay, we all
Yeah.
need to be aware of what we're doing, because it could be displacing a lot of people. Now, that being said, Kirk, I'm sorry for my son is a software engineer. Like,
Sure.
my conversation with him is, hey, sir, let's just be mindful. I know that they use AI in, writing their codes and stuff, and it's allowing them to do their business a whole lot faster. But
Way
it's
faster,
also
yeah.
allowing you, from a company perspective, not to have 100 software engineers. You may
Yes,
only
sir.
need
Talk about that part.
50 or 20.
There you go.
And that's
My
across the
cousin,
board.
my cousin is a software engineer, and I'm telling you, it's a scramble. It's a scramble.
Find something else. It's
doing
possible. Hey, brother.
And those pieces are generative to AI as well. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
I think that, I'll claim the title for this particular show.
Listen, I'll give it to you. The truth is,
There's not a winner or a loser. Clickbait. It is a real debate.
Well, I was doing the clickbait thing anyway, right? Because I'm not. You could tell right at the outset, I'm not 100% against AI. I use AI. I don't like generative AI, and I think that we all should have a side eye where AI is concerned completely, especially for, you just have, sometimes technology magnifies where we are already wrong.
Oh.
And I think that's the challenge for some of us. It's like I said this before, me and you, we have something about ourselves that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a moral standard, there is there's a hunger, there's a drive, there's an energy, a zeal, a push for excellence, to do the right thing as well. I'm simply saying it magnifies who we are. And for the person that I can't get to create, you know what I'm saying? They found this lazy way, and they're just putting out AI slop. And for them, this is phenomenal, because here it is now, I'm a quote unquote creator and you're not. And so I just want to have that healthy pushback for this conversation. That's why I wanted to come on this side of it. So
Let me
yeah,
give you
I
this,
think you
Kirk.
take the W. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I don't feel so. Marianne is asking as well. I don't think there is a W with this. I think that this is a great debate for us to be very thoughtful about how we're using it, what our processes are, and to really be thinking about how we keep our own personal authenticity in who we are and what we do.
Mm,
As Kirk would say, the Kirk quote, you are the content.
mm.
Keeping that in the focus, I do think that you can use AI. AI is going to be very helpful to coming up with ideas, but you got to check out a lot of stuff. That being said, right now, Kirk, I want to say this to you: from music, Billboard charting songs, to some of the latest rising stars on Instagram and TikTok, they have all been AI generated. So you
Yep.
think that, man, this is a nice new Instagram model or whatever. I know you're not thinking that. I'm just saying what's happening out there is all AI
Yeah,
generated. There's a
absolutely.
young lady that is, man, she had to be out of Africa. AI generated model, black model, was like super overtoned darkness, but was positioned with other celebrities because she was positioned as a model. All AI generated, millions of followers in months.
It's crazy,
So
bro.
I'm saying that so that you're not left behind. Know how to use the technology, know how to use the prompt, and find ways to be creative and innovative, even inside of the tools that we have. Don't get caught in a default mode that looks ugly. Okay. But I can guarantee
Mm.
you what I made 2 months ago with AI as a video generated video, I can now do so much better. Not only can I write better prompts, I know the visuals that I want a whole lot better. So I could post
Man.
something, whether it's on my page or not. Like if I started something, if I posted it and it was what done on my page, you would never know. Even if I shared it, that it was AI. Other than me saying this is our new AI host, which I think is
Man, that's
important
crazy,
for
bro.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from an integrity standpoint, no
Just
doubt.
from an integrity standpoint.
No doubt.
I want to be sure that it's out there because I don't think people really care that much. We said
Let
this
me
about
let
the
me let
music.
me let me let me say this because I think that it's so appropriate because of the channel that we're on. Ecamm is not AI, but Ecamm is a technological advancement.
It
That is
is.
a tool in your hand that can be used. And there are people who have Ecamm and they're doing nothing with it.
That's
I
true.
mean that sincerely.
That's
And then there
true.
are people who have Ecamm and they've built a multi-million dollar business
Come on.
with it.
Just putting
It's
it out
it's
there,
it's
right?
up it's who what are you gonna do?
What are you
What are
going
you
to do?
gonna do? AI is here. Okay. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna apply excellence when it comes on to your prompts? Or are you gonna take the easy way out? It's again, it comes back down to the individual. How are you motivated? What's your purpose? Where are you going with it? Why are you even here to do this? It still comes back down to some of those bedrock core human questions that must be answered.
That's true.
And when we answer those, I think we can engage with these technological advancements in a respectable and responsible way.
That's cool. I love it. Hey, I hope you have appreciated the time we've taken to actually do this.
Me
I
too.
still would like for us to get a few more likes on this. If you have been here watching and you're still here and have not hit the like button, please do that. Let us know that we were going the right direction. And I'm hoping that you're very thoughtful about your own personal process. Whether you're using AI or not, figure out, are you being efficient with your time? Are you creating
Mm,
some of your best content? And
mm.
why not be here with us every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and talking about some of these great things in our content creator world with Ecamm. Why not be here? It needs to be on the calendar. Tell your AI assistant, put it on your calendar. We're going to be talking about podcasting all of the month of March, and I do want to do this. Kirk. This is the first announcement of
Let's go
Podcast Summit Tour in Birmingham. David Shands and Donnie Wiggins of the Podcast Summit Social Proof is coming to Birmingham. I'm hosting them in my city, and I'm also excited about it. So they're going to be here doing a Podcast Summit tour. So they're going to be speaking and meeting a whole bunch of podcasters and content creators in Birmingham. If you want to be a part of that, find me on Facebook. I do have a Birmingham Podcasters page, but find me on Facebook, and I'll be putting out more details because you're getting it hot off the press right now.
I love it, bro.
It's gonna be awesome.
I will definitely be in the place for that as well. Looking forward to it.
So somebody said, hey, Strick, I need some help. Hit me up. Strick.bio.link is a way to get in contact with me. Strick.bio.link. And I would love to help you any way I can. And it won't be anything about AI. We'll just help you do whatever you need to do better. All right. Kirk, man, it's always a blessing to have you on the stream show, hanging out with me. I think this was a powerful conversation. You made some great points tonight, and I'm hoping people embody what we're trying to say and do so everybody can be better.
Love that. Love that, bro. Love that.
That being said,
this was phenomenal for me as well.
Oh, man, it's been great. It hasn't stopped, man. Like, when we have a bad show, I'll tell you. But we haven't had a bad show. All right, guys. Next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be talking about podcasting. So if you're a podcaster or anybody that's making long-form content, I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Like in the radio, I used to do that when I would wrap up. I would speed up my cadence. And I just think this is a whole DJ thing to do. I don't know why. But see me next week.
I love it.
Hey, this is DJ Strick, and I would like to thank you for watching another edition of The Stream Show.